Hello viewers, this is Windshear bringing you my second Battlefield 4 video. And don't hate me now, yes this is a shotgun that you're seeing. I mean, I just love the sound of this weapon. I couldn't refuse it for a moment. So I got just a few clips in there. I didn't want to sneak in there. Not seeing a lot of people run with the shotgun here. It's not really that devastating from what I've seen. But who knows what the future will bring. But in this video, there's a lot of things I want to talk about in this video, and I'm kind of departing myself from a lot of the mainstream content you guys are seeing out there. Right now with the beta, and don't get me wrong, the beta I think is a huge success. I think we can all agree on that. But Battlefield 4 beta's been a lot of fun. I've been seeing a lot of people play it for a lot of times, almost too much. I'm pretty concerned, some of these people. I mean, the thing's been out for 5 days. I'm seeing people logging 20 to 40 hours already just in 5 days of release. Do you notice that little duckbill thing on this? This is the, I think it's the duckbill muzzle brake. Anyway, it creates this wide dispersion on the shotgun. Kind of an odd design. I'm not sure what they're thinking with this. I'll tell you right now, I think it's a pretty bad setup. But back to where I'm going with this video, there's been a lot of people playing this a lot. Like I say, I mean, how do you log 40 hours in 5 days? Do people not have jobs or families or anything? Anyway, obviously people are really enjoying this, and so I'm not trying to bore you guys with regurgitated videos and topics out there. I really think people are getting ahead of themselves with other YouTubers out there I've observed. Really going in depth about, you know, this is the best loadout for beta, this is the best gun, comparing, you know, the engineer class weapons, you know, ACR, the AK-5, you know, this loadout's the best. Everybody's diving into loadouts and all this stuff. I think really, guys, at this moment in time, we just need to take a moment to experience what's coming into the beta, what observations we've seen, and really what I want to discuss in here are the Call of Duty-like elements that you're seeing in this game, because like it or hate it, Call of Duty has been a very influential change on the gaming industry, and I'm seeing lots of Call of Duty in Battlefield 4, guys. And I know that's the topic that a lot of people are like, oh, you know, Call of Duty, I hate it, I'm anti-Call of Duty, everything. But yet, they really are enjoying playing this game, and you're essentially playing Call of Duty elements in Battlefield 4, guys. And it's not just Battlefield incorporating COD elements, it's going the other way around as well. COD is incorporating Battlefield elements. So I want to talk about that, and overall just discuss the beta, what we're seeing in relation to how that's how these elements are influencing both games, and discuss that in a broad spectrum, and hopefully that'll incorporate some elements into how the games are going to move forward into the future in both genres. So with that being said, what you're seeing right now is a game mode domination. Alright, everybody in all the videos I've watched on YouTube, because I'm just like you guys, I'm viewers, I'm a participant out there, I enjoy watching Battlefield content when I'm on the road or at work, or I'm just bored, I got some downtime, so I'm sure you guys may be doing that right now, your lunch break or something, watching this video. But people like this game mode. But I've heard it time and time again, people do not like the Conquest game mode, which is, if you saw my first video, it was pretty much all Conquest, and I just mentioned very briefly that I do not like this domination game mode because of the spawning system, the mass chaos, the constant, you shoot one way and you gotta look around behind you because you're getting shot in the back. But everybody says you like this action-oriented game. So if you like action, if you like intensive gun shooting, you know, right back in the action, spawning back in, over Conquest, I would argue you are a Call of Duty guy at heart, because that, in a sense, is what Call of Duty is. That's always been a criticism of the Battlefield shooter itself, is that it's kind of a long, you have to earn those kills in Conquest. You have to run across the map. They're big maps like Siege of Shanghai there. You can see, a lot of times in my first video, you'll be running a long time before you see an enemy, but you know, that to me, I really like Conquest. I always thought that it was predictable. You knew where the enemies were, you had situational awareness, you kind of knew what you're getting into. Obviously, vehicles are more a threat on that, but that's what Battlefield is, and so that's why I was playing it more than anything in the beginning. Whereas Domination, this game mode is just, I mean, we can all agree the spawn system is just all over the map. I've seen guys spawn right up in front of me, just materialize before my eyes for an easy kill. We're all spawned behind a guy and it's easy knife. I mean, I know that guy's frustrated. So the argument I'm trying to get at here is this domination game mode is very similar to all the Call of Duty I've ever played. I'll tell you right now, because I've played a lot of it, but I'm not interested in Call of Duty really anymore. But I still appreciate those elements being brought into Battlefield, because I always think in both these games they can learn a lot from each other. And why not take the best elements of both games, incorporate them into one, and you got yourself an even better game. Now I want to talk briefly about the hardware. A lot of people have asked, Winsher, why are you playing on PC only? Have you abandoned console? Guys, listen to me. No, I have not abandoned console. I'm still going to get PlayStation 4, and that is where the bulk of my gameplay will come from. As you guys can see, if you've checked out my stats on the beta here, they're deplorable. They're terrible. And that is because of my interface choice. I'm using an Xbox controller, guys. My accuracy sucks compared to keyboards and mouses. But that's where I am. I'm a console guy at heart. I will never abandon that, so I will always use that level of interface. Now, that's only going to increase exponentially. I think my skill level will, with me forcing myself to maintain this dead fast stubbornness, if you will, using a controller on PC. And you can see right there, I'm trying to spot these objectives as a squad leader here. But I got like a double mapping going on, so that's why that thing keeps flashing up. I'm trying to fix that. But what I'm trying to say is, I think my accuracy is going to increase twofold when I go on to PlayStation 4 and play this on Battlefield 4. And we have a slight aim assist, which I still am a big proponent of. I think you have to have it if you're using a controller. So, bear with me, guys. I'm not playing PlayStation 3 because I think there's no place for it, to be honest with you. But that kind of leads to my next topic. A lot of people are really hitting Battlefield or the whole next-gen bandwagon, saying, you know, it's not good for gaming because you cannot play Battlefield 4 on current-gen consoles. Well, I think that's a good thing. I mean, if we use the same engine all the time, you're going to have Call of Duty. Whereas with Levolution and the Frostbite 3 engine, we're forced to basically upgrade our hardware. And now we're at a time in where, economically, where we can create gaming systems that offer us that level of hardware that can enhance our gaming experience. So this backlash against Battlefield, you know, basically alienating current gen hardware because it just plays terrible from everything I've seen. I haven't even tried it myself. It's so bad. But everybody's saying, well, you know, it's bad for gaming. It's not. It's a good thing. We have better, more affordable hardware out there for next gen. Battlefield 4 is going to run great on it. 60 frames a second, 1080p. I'm still stating that. So move on, guys. It's time to evolve. Get rid of these old gaming systems and get on board with next gen. Look at that guy falling off the roof here. I'm kind of glitching here a little bit, but I kind of stumbled on this part. I'm like, hey, buddy, spawn on me. Let's go. And this is a guy I just met here online, so you hear some squad comm there. Now, I want to wrap up this video talking about where we've seen elements additionally incorporated in Battlefield 4 and Call of Duty and vice versa. What's going on with this emblems? Have you guys noticed in Battlefield 4 how we have emblems now that you can, like in the kill cam that you can see? You can put these emblems on your weapon. Oh, there's a nice punch in the face. That was cool. It's like hand-to-hand combat. But you can put these emblems on your gun. I've seen Level Cap do it already. I mean, that's a straight-up Call of Duty thing. You know, a lot of die-hard Battlefield guys are kind of balking at that, but yep, they're still participating in it and having fun with it. What about the field upgrades, squad perks? I mean, that essentially is a kill streak. As you progress and you unlock points, capturing objectives, throwing out ammo, reviving people, you continually move to unlocking the next upgrade in your squad perks. So, or field upgrades is what they're called. And once you die, if your whole squad dies, all those field upgrades are reset. I mean, that in a sense is a point streak, a score streak, a kill streak, whatever you want to call it. In commander mode, for example, with Battlefield 4, the commander has the opportunity to call in an AC-130 and orbit over objective, or call in a UAV and orbit over a specific point. I mean, we can all agree, I think, that that's drawing a lot of parallels to Call of Duty and the fact that we can call in outside influences, a tomahawk strike, what have you, into a specific objective. Instead of the actual player doing it themselves, is done by a third party, the commander. But regardless, those elements are there on site in the game. What about the other games in Battlefield 4 we've seen coming from Call of Duty? I mean, Obliteration, which is where a bomb is essentially in there, or there's another game I can't recall where you have like one life to do something. I think plant a bomb or somewhere along those lines. I can't recall the exact game mode. Again, that's a straight take from Call of Duty with Search and Destroy. You had one life, there's a bomb involved, plant the objective. Obliteration shares some of those parallels. And don't get me wrong, they've taken some of those and spun them in different directions. The developers with DICE have. Having the bomb spawn in multiple locations, random locations. Having the objective revolve around the map. But in a sense, it's a lot of similarities to Call of Duty. Let's talk about Call of Duty incorporating some Battlefield 3 elements. First of all, they're going to have dedicated servers, about time. Dynamic maps, they're attempting to bring those into their elements on a limited basis. We can all agree, I think, that whatever interactive elements they have in Call of Duty, they're not to the same scale of Battlefield 4. Again, I think that's the engine limiting it. The Levolution factor is not even a consideration in Call of Duty. And of course, with Call of Duty, we've seen them do a straight rip-off of removing the dog tags as well, like we have in Battlefield 4. So, again, there's been both games to be incorporating elements from one another. I think it's a good thing. Again, playing with these players and seeing what's out there on YouTube, it's clear people want action. That to me means you really enjoy fast-paced gameplay, which Battlefield can offer on large-scale maps. But if you make the argument that you prefer domination over conquest, then I would state that you are more of a shooter at heart, which I'm in that bandwagon myself. I play a lot of TDM. Oh, there's a nice double drop. The Scar H is pretty beastie, I am saying. So you guys can see here as the video goes on and wraps up here that my accuracy is improving. I'm getting better at it. It's been a bit of a learning curve for me. But being a former COD guy, turned Battlefield, I'm still a console guy playing PC. Don't just subject yourself to one idea out there. That's one thing I've really kind of done full circle on. I used to be an anti-COD guy coming from COD, so I was a walking contradiction. But don't just alienate yourself to this one group. I mean, again, console, PC, Battlefield, COD, realize, accept them for what they are. Everything influences something else. There is a balance in everything. I am not going to get Call of Duty. That's just a personal choice. I'd still appreciate what the franchise would deliver. I just think it's seen its time. Its time has come and gone. I think it's too little, too late. They haven't changed enough stuff in Ghosts for me to really be drawn to that game. The engine looks tired to me. It looks just the same as everything else. That's why I moved on from it. But that being said, I appreciate the developers of DICE moving forward, recognizing that COD is a huge franchise out there. And it's not just a franchise, it's the group out there. It's what people want. They want action, they want immersiveness, they want that, and they recognize what COD had to bring, and they built on it. And they've created this game, Battlefield 4, where we can blow up buildings, destruction, the sound, unique weapons. They've taken the best of both, and I think they've really created a game where everybody can agree we're gonna have a lot of fun playing this game, and I'm having a blast as well. But guys, just give it a break every now and then. Go out, walk the dog, do your homework, get back to work. You've watched this video too long. I enjoy playing this game. I will bring some more gameplay out. I'm not sure exactly what the future topics I'm going to discuss here, but let me know what you guys want to see. Again, I'm not really harping on loadouts and tactics right now. I think more and more I just want to focus on where we're going forward with the whole franchise, what the game's bringing. And of course I will be bringing tips, strategies, loadouts when the game actually releases. I think that's the appropriate time to start focusing on that. But for the moment, in this game mode, keep your head up, keep moving, watch your back. I mean, it's the same stuff everybody's been saying. But also play cautiously. Just don't go run around like Rambo, because that's where you get in trouble. And that peek feature is a pretty handy one, by the way, so remember that too, that you have the opportunity to peek corners. And weapons are everything on this map, so get on board with Assault, because that's pretty much where it's still going with Battlefield 4. Assault's got the best weapons, lowest accuracy, highest damage at range, basically the best time to kill. And can somebody please leave a message here and tell me where you find this beast sniper rifle, the MK82 or whatever it is, or the USAS 12? I know they're randomly generated weapons, but I, for the life of me, have not found them anywhere in this game. So if you can tell me like where they spawn or something, just give me an idea, because I have no clue how you find those weapons. Hope you guys enjoy the video. Please like and subscribe. I'll have more content to come. Hopefully I'll bump into some of you guys out there on the battlefield. And don't hate me for the M26. I mean, it's hair. You know, shotguns. We'll wrap up the video with shotguns. What can I say? They're here. They're here to stay. They always are. Like them or hate them. That's part of the game. Thanks for watching.